Okay, everybody. So today we will discuss about the barriers to communication. So in the previous classes, we have already understood what is communication, what is the objectives of communication, different types of communication we have discussed in the previous class. That is formal communication, informal communication, visual communication, etc. All the different types of communication we have already discussed in the previous classes. So today we will understand the what are the barriers to communication. So before discussing the barriers to communication, let us first understand what is the meaning of barrier to communication. See, what is communication? Communication, we have seen that it is the information passed by the sender to the receiver. So communication means what? Expression of any information from the sender to the receiver. So there will be two parties to the communication. One will be the sender and another one will be the receiver. So it is very necessary that communication should properly reach the receiver. Otherwise, the communication will be of no purpose, correct? So first, it is very important that communication should reach the receiver properly. But always it is not necessary that the whatever sender has communicated will properly reach the receiver. There will be some barriers or difficulties to the communication that we will understand today. What are the barriers to a communication? See, when the message of a sender does not go across to the receiver, when the message of the sender does not go across to the receiver or goes across only partially, we say that there is a communication gap. Okay, suppose sender is there, he is communicating something to the receiver, but that message does not goes to the receiver properly or it goes only partially. So that will create what? Communication gap. Okay, suppose if you are communicating something to your friend, but that message does not go to your friend properly, or it goes only partially. What is you are intending to communicate is not properly delivered to the opposite party, then there will arise what? Communication gap. Okay, when one consider large business and industrial houses, governments, departments, public transport organizations like railways, airlines, it is difficult to believe that they all suffer from poor communication. Okay, so whenever one person sends the message to the other person, but other person does not receive that message, or he receives it only partially, then we will say that there is what? A communication gap, that the message is not sent properly to the opposite party. Okay, all the organizations, big organization, industrial houses, departments, public transport, etc., all face some or the other kind of some communication gap will be there. Okay, yet this is the case, and a student of the subject would do well to remember that there is no such thing as perfect or 100% communication. Okay, we cannot say that communication is always 100% perfect. There will be some difficulties or some barriers will always be there in the communication. So as a student of this subject, that is business communication or business English, you should remember that there is no such thing that such as perfect or 100% communication. All the big organization, departments, etc., all will face some or the other kind of communication gap. Okay, so this purpose of this chapter, that is in this chapter we will study some difficulties or problems of communication. Okay, what are the difficulties which will arise during communicating, and what are the some possible remedies to overcome that difficulties? So the main purpose of this chapter is the understanding the difficulties to a communication and how to overcome that difficulty. Clear? Understood this much, everybody? So what is the first category? It is a physical barrier. Physical barriers are those barriers that exist in the environment, called as physical barriers to communication. Means those difficulties which are present in the environment or surrounding, it is called as physical barriers. They are also called as external or environmental barriers. Means physical barriers are those barriers or difficulties while communicating which are external or which are present in our surrounding only. It is called as physical barrier to communication. So three physical barriers are normally encountered in communication process. One is the most common thing is the noise. Noise is the important physical barrier which is faced by all persons while communicating. Noise, no. So when you're talking to somebody and in from surrounding some noise is coming, so it will be difficult to communicate, no. So noise or disturbance act as a barrier to communication, and it is a physical, it is a type of physical barrier because it is from the environment, no, it is not in your control. If noise is coming in the surrounding in which you are speaking, so it is external. Correct. So noise or disturbance act as a barrier to communication. So we all experience this when we have tried to carry on conversation in normal tone and voice in moving train, bus, etc. In public places, there will be lot of noise and it will be very difficult for us to communicate. So first barrier to communication is physical barrier, and in that first physical barrier is noise, and it is common barrier also. In the business world, noise usually comes from working machines, okay, clattering typewriters, etc. So in factory setup, it will be machines, noise will come. So at that time there will be difficulty in communicating. Clear? When lines get crossed on telephone, we again have noise. Sometimes network problem all might have encountered sometime or the other, that other person is not properly able to listen to what you're speaking because of cross connection noise in the network area, form an interrupting conversation. Okay. In radio communication, we come across a static or atmospheric disturbances. Okay. In radio, signal is a big issue, no? Sometimes when you try to start radio, some noise will only come, song and all is not listened properly. It is because of somewhat static or atmospheric difference that signal is not reached properly. Okay. So one first barrier is physical barrier, and in that main common barrier is noise, which all might have experienced one time or the other. Normally, that when you speak and if noise is coming in the background, other party will not be possible properly able to listen. So first disturbance is physical barrier is noise. Second is the time. How time act as a barrier? Let us understand that it act as a barrier when two communicators cannot adjust their time of communication. Okay. So if you want to communicate with some person and both the persons, sender and the receiver, are not able to adjust their time, so it will act as a barrier, no? One person is free at 1 o'clock and another person is free only at 2 o'clock. So both cannot communicate, no? So time act as a barrier when two persons, because for communicating two persons are required, no, they cannot adjust to their time for communication. Okay. Person A is free only at 1 and B is free at 2, so they cannot communicate, no, because their convenient time is different. So it acts as a barrier when the two communicators cannot adjust to their time of communication. Okay, this would happen when the two communicators work in different shifts, or when businessman wants to talk to a colleague in London whose office is closed on account of different time zone. Very important. See, in India and in London, zone difference is there, because if it is morning in India, it will be night in the foreign country. Okay, and other case will be when it will become morning there, it will become night here. So if persons are working in two different locations, one is working in UK and another office is situated in India, and if these two persons want to communicate with each other, it will be difficult, no, because there is a time difference here. If it is night, it will be morning here, so he cannot communicate with this person. Or if it is morning there, it will be night here, then also communication difficulty will be there. So that's why we can say that time also act as a barrier to a communication. Okay, distance too is a barrier when oral communication of face to face type is to be carried out. So that's why first barrier is noise, very common. And time can also be different, especially when persons are working in two different countries where there is a difference in time zones. In foreign country and India, there will be difference in time zone. So two persons staying in two different countries will face difficulty. Okay, or two persons cannot adjust their time. Okay, that can be a cause of barrier to a communication, which is called as time barrier to communication. And third barrier, physical barrier, is distance. Okay, practically nowadays distance will not become barrier because various medias, etc., or social medias are all developed. But in earlier times, distance act as a barrier. Because why? Because if two persons are staying in a different place and they want to communicate with each other, then it will not be possible to communicate immediately, no. Nowadays it is possible because there are various social medias, etc., available. So distance at present times is not that much act as a barrier. But sometimes when there is a network issue arising, etc., in that time distance will also act as a barrier. Because if you want to communicate with your friend who is staying at a little different place, then it will be distance place, then it will be difficult for you to communicate. Okay, as till the time media is working properly, social networking sites are working properly, there will be no issue. Okay, in recently there was one issue that social media, all social media links were down for some hours. At that time people faced very difficulty for communicating. That is because of time, no, because if net distance. So till the time modern, see here they have given till the time use of modern gadgets like teleprinter, tape recorder, email, telephone, etc., we can overcome the physical barrier of distance most probably. But problem still remains an acute in underdeveloped countries where network, etc., is not proper. There will be difficulty in communicating. So in physical barrier we have seen three sub barriers. First is the noise barrier, second is the time, and third is the distance. So in physical barrier, three difficulties will come, may come. One is the noise, which is common, then time barrier will be there, and another will be the distance barrier in communication. Clear? So three barriers in physical barrier: noise, time, and distance. Which, yeah, now another barrier which will arise during communication is defect in the instrument of communication. Very important. When the instrument of communication have a defect in them, the communication process become difficult or impossible. When you are using a defective instrument, like you are using a defective computer, which is a medium of communication, no? The telephone through which you are speaking is defective, speakers are not working properly. Okay, so if there is a defect in instrument, it will also act as a barrier to communication. Okay, like electric power failure is there, then it will be a barrier to communication. or faulty instruments you are using while communicating. So that is also again a barrier to communication. So very simple. The instrument which you are using for communicating is defective. For example, you are using a mic and that is a defective. Then no use no in using that instrument because it is a defective instrument which will also act as a barrier to communication. So in this category, we can also include the bad hearing, stammer, or bad handwriting. All this will come under a defective instrument. Your handwriting is very bad, so other person will not able to understand whatever you are speaking. So this will also become a defect in the instrument of communication. Understood physical barriers to communication. Now, next category of barrier is psychological barriers. Now, physical barrier we have seen, no, it is external to the person, that is, it is present in the environment. Now, we will see what is a psychological barrier. What is a psychological barrier? Except for purely physical barriers like noise, faulty instrument, all barriers to communication are erected in the mind. Okay, so sometimes what happened, there will be barrier which is erected in the mind, and in this sense all are psychological in nature. Okay, thus the status barrier, language barrier are also psychological barrier. Sometimes the people will be uh, afraid to communicate with other person, no? Thinking that how others will think if I communicate in my language, etc. So that is not external, no, that is within the human mind. That's why it is called as psychological barriers. Okay, like status barrier. Okay, if one person is of a high status and another person is of some middle status, then they will that person will be finding it difficult to communicate, no? Why? Because there will be some stigma will be there, that how I can talk to that person. He is a very psychological barrier. Okay, you will be willing to communicate, but you will be little bit afraid to communicate because that barrier is arising in where? In your mind. Okay, that how I can talk, my language is not proper, etc. So how people will think when I speak in the crowd, etc. So there is no external difficulty there, but because you are thinking like that, it is acting as a barrier to the communication. That's what is called as psychological barriers. Means it is within the person only, it is not external. Okay, in this section we will briefly cover some psychological barrier which will affect on the spot communication in business. So see, physical barriers, say noise, time, distance, etc. All these are visible barriers. Now, if noise is there, obviously it will be external barrier only in the surrounding in which you are speaking, etc. Time, distance, they are also external barriers. But psychological barrier will be within the person only who is trying to communicate. Okay, that's why we can say that psychological barriers to communication are erected in the mind. It will be arising in the mind of the persons. And they have given, one is the status barrier and another is the language barrier. So these are two common things. One is you will be afraid because of not knowing the language properly. Second thing is that you will be afraid if there is a status barrier between the two persons. So this two can be the psychological barriers. Some more psychological barriers are there. We will understand that. First is the perception, different perception. Perceptions means what? How you see things, that is called as perception. So different people will have different perception about the same thing. Understand? Perception means how people will think or react to a situation. That is called perception. Okay, so same situation is there. Different people will have different opinions, on that matter. So that is called as perception. So you will be having different opinion about that matter. Your friend will have different opinion. So different people will have a different opinion. That is called as perception. So people see things and react to the situation according to their previous experience. Very important. See, how you see things and react, it will be based on your previous experience. Okay, how you okay, so previous experiences will be an important factor in deciding how people will see, think and react. Okay, in the which social condition they have been born and brought up, etc. All this thing will have an impact on the perception. Okay, so if some issue arises, different people will give different opinions. Why? Because they are giving their opinion based on the previous experience. Okay, in an earlier chapter we mentioned how the word schoolmaster will bring back pleasant memories to a person whose school days were happy. Okay, so suppose here one word is given, schoolmaster. So if you have a good experience in your school days, you had a good memories or pleasant experience in school days, then you will be very excited to hear this word, schoolmaster. Oh, it will take you back to your school days memory. Understood? So if some other person does not like the school, so he will not be that much pleasant, in hearing this word schoolmaster. So that's why different people will have different reaction, or they will see things differently based on their previous experiences. So if you had a good school days memory, you were having good friends, okay, you enjoyed learning in school, etc., then by listening to the word school, you will immediately go back to your pleasant memories, in school days. Okay, if other your friend is there, he that didn't like to go to school, etc., so at that time it will not be as good as the yours case. So previous experience play an important role in seeing things and reacting to the situation. Okay, suppose a foreman in factory sees worker laughing and singing at their work, he reacts to the situation according to his own nature and background. Okay, suppose they are saying that if one supervisor is there in the factory, if he is seeing the worker laughing and singing during working hours, how he will react will depend upon the nature and background. Okay, some may shout at them. Okay, if other person is there, they will politely make them understand that during working hours it is not proper to do such things, singing and laughing, etc. Okay, so it all depends upon the person to person. Some may be very short tempered, so they will directly become angry and tell other person may tell politely, etc. So this all depends upon what person to person. Okay, if he's confident and happy in his job, he will think that the workers are contented and will encourage them. Okay, so see, now two situations they are given. One supervisor is there, if he is seeing the worker laughing and singing in the workplace, how he will react based on the two different situations. If that supervisor is a confident and happy himself and he is contented with his job, so he will encourage them. Okay, if on the other hand, if that supervisor is a bitter dissatisfied and insecure, he will think that the workers are lazy and not showing respect to him by laughing in his presence. So this all depends upon the perception. Okay, if the supervisor is a good satisfied person in his work, he is happy person in his work, he will encourage the workers to do that. If on the other hand, if supervisor is a dissatisfied, discontented person in his work, what he will do, he will think that workers are lazy and not giving respect to him. So this is the important of perception. How people will think, that is perception. So based on the perception also, you will not feel good to speak. No, how people will think, that is perception. So that is a psychological barrier. Okay, so today we are stopping here. Further, we will continue in the next class.